player each time he steps on the field. The coaching staff is very proud of your hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Your physical play has defined you as a player, one who will fight until the end no matter the score of the game. You have grown and developed into a great soccer player and a terrific young man. Whenever the team needed someone to step up and create something out of nothing or score a goal to bring us back into the game, you were the one to do it. You are fearless and go into every tackle with everything you have. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to our program. Dax is accompanied today by his brother and his parents, Kim and David Bush. Congratulations, Dax Bush. Ryan DeKuyper. Ryan creates a happy and jovial team atmosphere with his unique ability to connect with his teammates with a smile and a joke. Ryan has a positive attitude, and when it comes down to it, always puts in the work. Even when battling a chronic turf burn, you always want to get back on the field and help your team. Keep smiling and working hard. These traits will carry you a long way. Good luck the rest of this year, and we wish you all the best. Today, Ryan is accompanied by his brother and his parents, Sheila and Gordon DeKuyper. Congratulations, Ryan DeKuyper.
All right, ready, one. Take one.
Asher Feldman. Asher has been a joy to coach and as a leader in this program. You are a great player with great vision for the game. Although the season has been plagued by injury, your support and talks on the sideline have been very supportive and encouraging. Thank you for all of your hard work, leadership, and dedication to our program. Best of luck the rest of this school year and in your future endeavors. Today, Asher is accompanied by his brothers and his parents, Jolie and Jason Feldman. Congratulations, Asher Feldman.
Ready, one. Take one.
Charlie Gibbs.
All right, two, go find him.
Charlie, not many players can say they scored 2 goals in one game, nor have many scored a bicycle kick in a game that was unfortunately offsides, but you have done both. You are always ready to accept the challenge placed in front of you. Your perseverance is unmatched, and your commitment to the team does not go unnoticed. Putting in the extra work after practices and film sessions will serve you well in the future. Thank you for all your hard work and leadership throughout this season. Today, Charlie is accompanied by his grandfather and his parents, Jamie and Lawrence Gibbs. Congratulations, Charlie Gibbs. Zubin Pandey. Zubin, as an aspiring professional soccer manager, your positive energy on and off the field is unmatched. You are always giving 100%, whether it is practice or a game. Your leadership skills do not go unnoticed, especially after games or practices, as you are always the last one helping to clean up. We had a great time coaching you this year and know that your leadership and positive example will serve you and this program well for future years. Thank you for your dedication to making our program better each day. Today, Zubin is accompanied by his mom, Sharmila Rao. Congratulations, Zubin Pandey. Mac Plant. Mac, it has been a privilege to have you on our team and coach you and have you part of this program. You have grown and developed into a great soccer player, a great leader, but most importantly, into a terrific young man. We are very proud of your hard work, dedication, and perseverance to always be better. You are a fierce athlete and competitor. Your physicality and fearless tackling are impressive. If you put that competitive attitude into everything you do in life, you will accomplish all of your dreams. Thank you for your commitment, dedication, and passion you have for our boys soccer program. Today, Mac is accompanied by his sister, his grandfather, and his mom, Kara McKenzie. Congratulations, Mac Plant. Chip Power. Chip, thank you for your dedication and work ethic on this team. You are a pleasure to be around, and you make our team better each day. No matter the circumstances, you always bring a very high sense of energy to practice, which is contagious. Your ability to make others around you better is appreciated. This strong dedication and work ethic that you carry will help you achieve all of your goals and future endeavors. Today, Chip is accompanied by his mom, Maria Power. Congratulations, Chip Power. Ruben Tates. Ruben, your work ethic and dedication are two of your highlighted traits. You put in the work every day, you put in the work day in and day out, which does not go unnoticed by your coaches. You are always looking for constructive criticism in order to polish your skills, which is a great quality to have. Staying late on your own to practice, on your finishing and free kicks after a win, shows your true commitment to the team, and we appreciate that. Thank you for always giving it your all, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Today, Ruben is accompanied by his father, Yori Tates. Congratulations, Ruben Tates. And our manager, Patrick Woodham. Patrick, you always have a smile on your face. We love the energy and enthusiasm you have for everything that you do. Thank you for your commitment, dedication, and passion that you have for our program. Thank you for being our manager and always supporting our team in a number of different ways. You do anything for the team and are always willing to help with any task. Best of luck the rest of this year. Congratulations, Patrick Woodham. At this time, we would like to congratulate the seniors of Whippany Park. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Best of luck in today's match. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Welcome live to Morristown on the campus of Morristown Baird School. It's time for boys soccer today, Senior Day, coming up on Play-by-Play Productions. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarchik. So happy to have you with me today as Morristown Baird, at 2-9 of the season, looks for a great Senior Day performance. They take on a very good Whippany Park Wildcats team who's 8-6-1, 5-2. Both teams playing in the NJAC Independence. The two teams met in September, and while it was a 2-1 game through 70 minutes, Morristown Baird ended up losing 7-1. And because it is Senior Day, two seniors for Morristown Baird who are injured got a chance, as predetermined by our coaches, to get a chance to at least be on the field. Asher Feldman, who is a senior who is out with a broken nose, he was able to come out and make an appearance, and so was Zubin Pandey, just for the opening whistle. And now we are underway in a nice gesture from our two coaches. Seventh-year coach Andres Callejas coaching the Crimson, who are in the Crimson over gray. The Whippany Park Wildcats, they're in the white under seventh-year coach Dave Molinaro, who took over for one of the legends in Morris County, Tom Wilson. Now, 7 seasons ago, Tom Wilson, during his time, 406 career wins, spending nearly 3 decades coaching Whippany Park. Underway in this one with the Crimson, starting their typical starting goalie, Adam Scher. 88 saves in the season, coming off of 12 saves. He's gone over 100 career saves so far in his career. He's a second-year varsity player, first full-year starter after splitting time last year. Up top, Dax Bush, a senior forward with 4 goals to lead the team, and Tommy Byrne playing out of the 4-4-2 alignment for the Crimson. As Whippany Park, a team with an aggressive offense, 37 goals scored as they feed to the edge of the box, handled by Danny Sergio, 24 in white. Then that left-footed strike by Sebastian Giraldo is blocked. Feed outside the 6, and it'll be off of Morristown Baird. Danny Sergio with that feed, so we'll get a very early corner for Whippany Park, known for playing an aggressive style, as Johnny Rowe, senior midfielder wide right, will have service. We'll go through the starters for both teams as Rowe hits side netting there. For MBS, the starting center backs, Charles Plante with sophomore Ben Luther. Christian Ewig will also be in there at holding mid. We'll see exactly how MBS lines up in their middle 3 defensively. The right back, freshman Ben Tofias. The left back is junior Noah Resnick. David Power, the senior on Senior Day, will be the right mid. Left mid, senior Charlie Gibbs, coming off of 2 goals against Kinnelon, who has really come on of late. The center attacking mid, as that is Luther. Ben Luther will corral and play it forward. So with Bush and Byrne there, we'll see who exactly drops back into center back for MBS. As Lucas Chernowski is the last starter, so Chernowski, who is a sophomore, and due to injuries, he'll start today as that ball sent wide and out of the range of the terrific Matt Griffin. He'll tell you his story with 12 goals, 5 assists in the season. As Johnny Rowe trying to feed him, so Chernowski will start at center back with Charles Plant. Ben Luther will move further up the field, along with Christian Ewig as the 2 up the middle of the spine. David Power will be right mid, Charlie Gibbs in the left in the 4-4-2, with Bush and Byrne up top for the Crimson. For Whippany Park, senior goalie Ian McSorley, 69 saves, makes the start today. And he has been splitting time most of the season with another senior, Noah Kaplan. It's been that good of a goalkeeping battle for Dave Molinaro's team. Connecting pass for Sebastian Giraldo. Looks to play through and will carry through to Adam Scher. And Whippany Park has tried every formation that exists. Today they start out in a 3-5-2. And their outstanding central-most center back, Shane Kelly. Honorable mention, NJAC Independence Division honors last year. He's got a goal and 6 assists. He is a real threat, particularly on throws. In front of him, Jake Krowiak is a holding mid along with Sebastian Giraldo. The left back, junior Ben Bregman. the right back, R.J. Rusin. Deep throw coming. Here, the first one of the day, one of many for Shane Kelly. So Adam Schur on high alert as he gets it in, nearly bouncing outside the 6, and finally Luther will provide a clearance as he chips it forward, looking to sprint forward Ruben Tates. So Tates made the start today ahead of Tommy Byrne on senior day with Dax Bush, and we'll see, I'm sure, a lot of Byrne. Pressure on Kelly with Tates applying it. Tate's able to feed and trying to feed Dax Bush, making the run. And this one on the turf field, awaiting to be settled and brought down. And finally, Bregman will blast that out for Whippany Park. So Bregman on the left, Rusin on the right, Sebastian Giraldo, Jake Kroviak be the two holding mids. Danny Sergio be the center attacking mid, 4 goals and 6 assists. A junior having a dynamite season with a striker like Matt Griffin in front of him. Danny Shevchik will be the left mid, second team All-Division last year. The right mid, senior Johnny Rowe. Up top, Connor Stitt with 4 goals, 4 assists, complements first team All-NJAC Independence Division honoree Matt Griffin from a year ago. Griffin with 12 goals and 5 assists, and he brings a great speed element. MBS will also have a throw. We've played 7 minutes and change as this ball is sent in, and Tate's trying to turn and only able to roll it in on Ian McSorley. McSorley's become a real leader in his senior year. And for Whippany Park, as they enter in at 8-6-1, and they are vying for a high seed for the upcoming North 2 Group 1 tournament, where last year they earned a 3 seed in the section, and they lost to 2-seeded Cedar Grove 2-0 in a section semifinal. They also won a game last year in the Morris County tournament. And that was this year, beg your pardon, last year's the 15 seed lost to West Morris. And when these two teams played on September 17th, Matt Griffin went for 2 goals and an assist to lead the way. Adam Schur had to make 9 saves as he played most of that game, and then replaced by Ari Mandel once the score got out of hand. Again, that was a 2-1 game, nearly 70 minutes in before Whippany Park blew it open and won it 7-1. And that's where the depth that Whippany Park has can showcase itself, as Dax Bush, and that shot is off target from distance. And the depth has been challenged for Whippany Park this year. They have been dealing with injuries. They're missing a very solid holding mid, Andrew Sundar, from the lineup. Sundar is out, so Sebastian Giraldo drops back to holding mid. Shane Kelly has also been dealing with a hip injury, and that's Connor Stitt has also been out with sickness. So Whippany Park in a 3-5-2, it's unusual for the high school level to see it, as this is a shot only able to be rolled in. Danny Sergio perhaps caught between shooting and trying to play a through ball, and a wasted opportunity for the Wildcats. And so within that aspect, Dave Molinaro of the Wildcats knows that they have had to make adjustments consistently within the structure of being a very aggressive team, countering and moving forward. Off the short restart. Bush heads it forward, nearly sprung Tates ahead. Nice head ball there from Dax Bush. All-around athlete. And a senior on senior day for the Crimson. Andres Callejas knew this would be a rebuilding team after having graduated 12 seniors, many of which who played a ton last year. This is a group of 8 seniors. And in terms of senior starters from a year ago, really just Dax Bush, Charlie Gibbs saw a lot of time last year, and so did Charles Plante. And Plante was playing a different role, mainly outside back or wide mid. Ball over the top, intended for Bush, and McSorley has to play that out. Well, Ian McSorley described by Dave Molinaro as a shot blocker, and that presence is going to be vital. With another throw coming for MBS. The Wildcats this season at 8-6-1, they have conceded 36 goals, so a bit of a high number relative to the victories that they've had. That volume of wins is turning and shooting Ruben Tates, and able to handle that well is Tates. It turned into a side volley to a little bit more conventional as he put it over the bar. Let's watch Tates bring that down off the chest, and that's a good bit of skill from Ruben. He's a senior who's got an assist this season, looking for his first career goal. And someone that can win 50-50 balls up top to complement Bush. Now a ball, this one is played across and just wide. Connor Stitt had the ball settle for him beautifully, and Stitt did not miss by much. And there's an example of Whippany Park being very aggressive. Well, they will drill the ball ahead long over the top from midfield. Stitt, that first touch around the defender, and he did well with it. And that was the correct shot to take it with the left. And for Connor Stitt, this has been his best season. Someone that's known for doing all the dirty work, that can play physically as a hold-up player. 4 goals and 4 assists. Whippany Park has already played on a senior day. They won 2-0 at Mount Olive. Bush, and can only spin it in towards McSorley. That game was on September 24th. They started off tough, giving up 5 goals, losing at Mountain Lakes, a perennial power in the section, and then lost in Independence Division to Hanover Park. They've lost twice to Hanover Park, 3-1. Before they went on a 4-game winning streak, started with the 7-1 win over Morristown Baird. Here's Matt Yee for Whippany Park, or check that rather, that's 18, beg your pardon. And Anthony DiGregorio wide. Here's Johnny Rowe. So DiGregorio, a possible late addition to the starting lineup at right back as he tosses in here for Sebastian Giraldo. Now at the top as Griffin made one nice touch and got himself into the 18. Griffin's such a handful to deal with because he has a track background and may have college track options in his future. But 12 goals, 5 assists is certainly going to catch some attention too for some of the local college programs as well. And then when you know about the track program experience he has, there is Griffin, feed across, Giraldo, and that ball broken up. And eventually the ball chipped in as Schur is able to come up with it. Noah Resnick able to step in and prevent the 1-2 from Sebastian Giraldo. And that was a key step by Resnick, who was a first-year starter. Second year of the varsity after transferring over from Milburn. Here's the run by Griffin, and you'll see that step, and look at where that takes place right at the edge of the 18 before Giraldo would be in a position to play make. Shevchik. And Danny Shevchik canceled out by the slide tackle from Charles Plante. Stitt played it to the 18. Stitt, and he'll take the second corner for Whippany Park. Now we're seeing why Whippany Park has been such a handful. Conversely, 37 goals scored for the Wildcats here through 15 games. Rowe ball in. Scher does not catch. Decides to punch out. Rowe, second ball in. Head ball briefly, one then fired right at Scher. Off the side volley by Matt Griffin. Griffin handled that very nicely. And if that makes Scher move at all, it's a problem. Let's get a second look at this bit of skill. Entry from Rowe. Griffin, while running track, winter indoor season, spring outdoor, also plays club soccer for PDA, the Players Development Academy, one of the top clubs, of course, in New Jersey. Has academy level teams. Whippany Park also has players that play for STA, as does MBS with Ben Luther. Shane Kelly. Giraldo to connect. Jake Krowiak. Krowiak. Good ball out wide from Krowiak for Shevchik. Then Shevchik tried to whip it across. He was looking for Griffin or Stint. Nice build-up again from Whippany Park. And it's nicely done because it is not rushed. Formationally, Whippany Park with a 3-5-2. And once they're able to fish balls out of midfield and win 50-50s, you tend to be able to outnumber people because you only have 3 in the back. And today for MBS, it's been Ryan DeKuyper also making the start at right back rather than Ben Tofias. And I'm sure we'll see Tofias once we start to see some subs. Tates. Di Gregorio. Johnny Rowe sidestepping a defender. Now the first touch, and then eventually trying to probably volley it as it goes well off of target, was Danny Sergio. '18th minute, first half. Morristown Baird has hung in there with a Whippany Park team that has been able to pile up some goals. They come off of a 2-1 loss at Jefferson yesterday, 4-all tie on Saturday against Boonton. They were the 13th seed. They defeated Parsippany Hills in the opening round of the tournament before losing at 4th-seeded Morris Knowles last week, 6-0. But that win in Morris County tournament, Dave Molinaro estimates probably their first Morris County tournament victory. A very good county, of course, for boys and girls soccer. Probably their first county win in 10 years. And of course, in the county, you have to deal with a who's who of teams. The Chathams and the Delbartons typically on the boys' side. That are the major heavyweights. And for a small school with Whippany Park, a Group 1 program, those are the smallest schools. Krowiak. And Krowiak dispossessed. A good job of tracking by Charles Plante. Di Gregorio having a seam. Out wide, Johnny Rowe, and that was out of his reach. And Rowe's eyes lighting up for a chance at some service. Nearly a nice interplay there for Whippany Park, and if the pass is executed, it would have been trouble. Bush with MBS trying to switch fields. Dax Bush. As Bush takes it to the corner. Now Tommy Byrne, who has come in, 16 in maroon. And this will be a goal kick belonging to Whippany Park. Get 2 subs on for the Wildcats. Whippany Park will pull Shane Kelly, their center back here. As John Scobleet will come in to replace him centrally. As also into the game, Sergio Giraldo. So the 2 brothers, the Giraldos, on the field at the same time for the Wildcats. MBS last time out picked up a 4-3 victory over Kinnelon. Charlie Gibbs with a 2-goal game to lead the way. And that snapped a 7-game losing streak. The other victory this year for MBS, 2-0 on the road in division at Morris Catholic. But Andres Callejas pointing out some of the other games that they have been right there. This team, when organized, we can show great stretches of quality soccer. Ball ahead, offside, the other substitution. Mateo Andrade Marin has got a goal. He is a junior that plays up top. As Matt Griffin was subbed out at the middle portion of this half. And perhaps that'll give MBS a chance to be a little bit more aggressive with their outside backs moving forward. Sebastian Giraldo, the ball win. Scobleet. Sebastian Giraldo. As he looked for a runner, and Adam Schur will call up his defenders before Shevchik could get there. Sergio tried to win possession. This one further up the middle for Plante. Ball chipped ahead for Tates before Scobleet stepping up in the middle of the 3-5-2 for the Wildcats. Di Gregorio connecting with Rowe wide. Kroviak. Jake Kroviak, a captain. He plays for the New Jersey Football Club. Kroviak looked for the through ball, and it will find its way back to Schur. Yet Sergio Giraldo making the run. So past the midway point of this opening half, Whippany Park, a couple of corner kicks, number of dangerous through balls and attacking build-ups with potential, but they have not really had a grade A build-up as of yet. And MBS is bent but not broken. Best scoring chance, the left-footed strike by Connor Stitt, and then a Matt Griffin volley off of a corner deflection that came back off of Plante's head ball win. MBS's best scoring chance, a Ruben Tates kind of side volley that went wide of goal. Kroviak around Luther. Ben Luther has incidentally not been able to have a lot of possession time for MBS, and that will certainly have to change as this half goes on. Christian Ewig tossing in, 17 in maroon. Sebastian Giraldo, touched by Sergio. Knocked down, MBS. Luther, good composure. Ewig, the center back. Turning it over, Sebastian Giraldo. Johnny Rowe, and that pass telegraphed. Charles Plante stepping forward. Kroviak, though, will take it right back. Whippany Park looks for a switch. Shevchik couldn't control it. And Ryan DeKuyper will sweep that out. DeKuyper, another senior, first-year starter. A little bit of time last year. He's played right back the way he is starting today, or right mid. And now the push from Byrne, and Byrne ran into Kroviak. So the ball winners for Whippany Park have done that today, Sebastian Giraldo and Jake Kroviak. And however, Whippany Park showing a little impatience as that shot from distance from Sergio Giraldo well outside of the 18. In the Independence Division of the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference, the NJAC, Hanover Park has had an incredible season. A lot of talent in their attacking unit, and they were able to possess through defense. 40 goals scored, just 7 allowed by Hanover Park. That's who MBS will finish out their season, and they'll play on Hanover Park Senior Day, October 26th. Hanover Park is 10-1 overall. Jake Kroviak. Sebastian Giraldo took a bump from Plante. So far, this has been a very clean game. We have yet to have really a restart anywhere in terms of a foul. Di Gregorio eventually able to win it for Andrade Marin. Now trying to return it to Di Gregorio. And sure, gets some good defending as MBS able to shield off the runner. That was a subtle good play from Noah Resnick. You'll see the through ball delivered, and this is something Andreas Callejas has talked about, where it's doing the little things. Rather, that was actually Christian Ewig. They got the job done there. Ewig is a 3-year starter on the defensive area. He has played some more on the attacking end this year. And Ewig is still just a junior, and he'll be a mainstay again next year and going to be a 4-year starter. Tommy Byrne able to collect the loose ball, firing, and he's got the goal! MBS able to transition as the ball settled and eventually fell beautifully, and a rocket fired. MBS has the lead here in the first half. Tommy Byrne got it from an angle. The sophomore is his 3rd goal of the season. The ball win by Dax Bush. And then it settles beautifully for Byrne, who finishes the shot. Goal comes in the 28th minute for MBS. And they've got the lead on a very good Whippany Park team on Senior Day. Dax Bush certainly did the great work just to subtly shield off the defender. Tommy Byrne did not play high school soccer last year, playing at the new MLS Next level last season for STA. Of course, the Byrnes with sister Jess Byrne, who is a star in 3 sports here at MBS. So Tommy certainly has some work to do to catch up to the way she has been able to produce across the board. But Tommy Byrne shows his potential with a rocket, just a sophomore, and able to shoot that and not worrying about settling the ball on the first touch or the second touch. He's able to shoot it off the first touch, and a quality strike there, and perhaps an underrated level of difficulty to be able to shoot with a ball that you're hoping will settle for you. Whippany Park will send that ball in from Johnny Rowe, and the cross intercepted by Shern. And incidentally, the goal occurring for MBS in transition, as Whippany Park has been able to outpossess by a wide margin. There's a nice step and intercept for Noah Resnick. Follow up from Kroviak. Kroviak delivering the next ball for Andrade Marin. Andrade Marin. Geraldo. Rowe. Rowe got his defender out of the air, then looks to shoot. Not a bad strike from Johnny Rowe. And Rowe also, as he breaks lines here, able to get Plante to overcommit it in the air. Rowe, if he takes it further to the middle of the field, uses his left foot, things may have opened up even further for him. Andrade Marin able to be the target player. And then link up with Sergio. Sergio wide for Rowe. Rowe back across Sergio. First touch, shot blocked. The block shot inside from MBS. Christian Ewig again with a strong defensive play. 17 in maroon. And it'll belong to MBS for a goal kick. Byrne. Then Byrne tried to leave. Di Gregorio read the play. As Byrne checks back, and Di Gregorio called for a rare foul in this game. 1-0 Morristown Baird, a goal in the 28th minute. Tommy Byrne with his third of the season, third in his MBS career. Dax Bush able to play him in. Byrne off the long restart. As he waits for some support, and then Byrne taken down right outside the area. And look at this spot. That is a foot or two off of the corner 18. John Scobleet, the center back, did not need to do that. As you see with Byrne, the attacking player, going away from the ball. And Byrne, with all of his club experience and playing against physical, aggressive players at that level, certainly doesn't shy away from the contact. Here's Ben Luther. Service in, back post, and he had Byrne open. And a missed opportunity for the Crimson. Luther put it in a great area, and a mistake marking for Whippany Park. So the Wildcats fortunate it remains just 1-0. Luther, honorable mention, all Liberty Division last year as a freshman. Was a day one starter in the middle of the field, surrounded by those 12 seniors that MBS graduated last year. This year with 8, and Luther has had a vital role at primarily center back or holding mid. Stitt back of the field, looks for service. That's knocked down by Resnick. Shevchik could not get there for Whippany Park. Great chatting with Dave Molinaro, head coach of Whippany Park, about their style of play. They love their volume of chances that they've gotten this season, but haven't finished at a high enough rate to make a coach happy. Now, Of course, you say that with an asterisk. No coach is really happy with their percentage of chances that they're finishing. And they'll all say that's their area of improvement. It's the hardest thing to do in soccer. But on his team, it's just too low of a percentage. As MBS able to take it back the other way. And in some ways, today's game has been a microcosm of that. Whippany Park has outchanced MBS here through 35 minutes, but they're on the trail end of a 1-0 game. Bush, baseball outfielder as well, tosses in. Luther trying to bring it out. And then this one off the first touch of Noah Resnick. And it'll be another toss coming for the Crimson. Bush, as he was surrounded. Ronald R.J. Rusin finding Danny Sergio. As Sergio again tried to spring Johnny Rowe. And Burns sealing on Di Gregorio there, earns a whistle for MBS. Quick restart. Plante looks backside, Bush the holdup. Then Bush trying to play it in, does so beautifully. Out wide service to the back post for Byrne, and Di Gregorio getting in the way of that. Fine service from MBS on the backside of that. Sergio has Sebastian Giraldo. Now Stitt. Stitt is onside. Connor Stitt. There was a touch. It'll be Whippany Park's third corner. Stitt did very well. You see Ewig, 17 in maroon, as the guy that kept Stitt onside. And now as MBS defends the corner well. Ball ahead for Byrne. Meanwhile, that last cross for MBS for Byrne, that was Alexander Levy who just came in. And that Dax Bush found wide right. And terrific, nice touch by Levy to play him forward. Ball in, Sergio. And then Sergio could not get through there. Too many maroon shirts there. Charlie Gibbs, the breakup. Followed up again. And Stitt with Sergio. And our official will point the way of the fourth Whippany Park corner. Giraldo in swinger, back post. And that's off of an MBS player. Danny Sergio got up in the air. Sergio with 4 goals, 6 assists on the season. Known for a very good passing range, a connector. Now Rowe. Fifth Whippany Park corner. 39th minute, and this one does not get past Plante as the first defender. And for Whippany Park, it's good timing to bring in Shane Kelly ahead of a throw. He was already waiting at the table, so this works out for Dave Molinaro. And Whippany Park will instantly get a lot of numbers into the 6. Kelly unloading. Ball win, Plante. Kelly, though, will work closer to the corner flag. 35 seconds left. And this time, Schur is able to grab it. So MBS, second time around, is certainly playing an explosive Whippany Park team very well and marking up defensively. And this is college quality throwing from Shane Kelly. whistle and a foul. Our clock is unofficial. Quick restart. The Wildcats know there's limited time left. Schur comes out, and he steps in front of Griffin on that ball ahead. So we should be in the final seconds. Griffin doesn't bother to wait for Kelly. He tosses in. Griffin taking it wide as he plays it across, and that'll be the final whistle. The first 40 minutes complete here in Morristown. Morristown Baird looking for their best victory of the season. They got an outstanding goal from sophomore Tommy Byrne. And on senior day, the Crimson with a 1-0 lead at half over Whippany Park. We'll take time out and return in 10 minutes. Back with more from Play by Play Productions here in Morristown. You're watching Morristown Baird Crimson Soccer today. We'll talk to you in 10 minutes. 1-0 Morristown Baird as we're starting the second half momentarily. There's a look at Ben Luther and the Crimson. Can they hold up against a ferocious Whippany Park attack that has amounted 5 corner kicks, a lot of ball time, a lot of through balls that just didn't connect, and led by the duo of Connor Stitt and Matt Griffin up top. You feel like Whippany Park is just due. They have been nearing a goal. And can again MBS bend but not break for another half here on Senior Day. And then can they add another via the counter? Jake Kroviak. Wide right Johnny Rowe, as Rowe tries to get to the end line. He won't get there, and it'll be a goal kick now for MBS. Ian McSorley still in goal for Whippany Park. And Adam Schur for the Crimson. Matt Griffin, Connor Stitt, the starting forward duos out there to begin the second half for Whippany Park. It is Stitt. As Stitt holds it up, now the shot coming, and again Rowe with his left foot would have liked to have done better with that. So again, these are long distance shots. The look from Griffin on a side volley midway through the half. And then a Connor Stitt shot really representing the lone 2 looks for Whippany Park, and the best 2 looks, both inside the 18. Everything else has been from great distance and not really threatening Adam Schur. Off the goal kick, Shevchik. And able to win it back momentarily for Dom Valenti, who's come in for the first time, 5 in white. Sebastian Giraldo. Ewig applying the pressure. Kroviak after faking the initial shot, and then he's taken down from behind. So Ewig did not need to do that. And Kroviak, who had him in a compromised position, we may get a card here as well. Let's have a look. After getting Plante out of the way, and Ewig. And Ewig is also assessed a yellow card. So the game's first yellow. And that occurs here in the 43rd minute. So here is the best restart for either team. Sebastian Giraldo, 3 goals, 4 assists this season. Club player for NJFC. Left-footed strike. So Giraldo shooting at target. Good look. Just gets a little underneath this ball. He got it over the 2-man wall. Good look at our crew, our director, Chris Markowitz, and company here on a chilly afternoon as we approach late October and playoff season. Ewig will handle the goal kick. Kroviak, ball win for Rusin. Stitt, and heading the ball beautifully for Shevchik. And Danny Shevchik, he himself a 3-year starter. This Whippany Park team loaded with veterans. Shevchik, nice interplay from Griffin. Shevchik, rather than Stitt, then playing it across. And he had a runner, Matt Griffin, and Schur holding his line. Griffin representing the nice target man. And if the ball is played more towards the penalty spot, Griffin may have had a chance at a head ball or even a flick to another teammate. Shevchik to the feet of Sergio. Collapsing in there was Luther as Tates checks back for MBS and looking for Dax Bush. Bush with his first touch, carrying in on McSorley, plays it across and puts it off the post and in! Dax Bush set up the first goal. Did not hesitate after that first touch as he carried it wide. Another great strike from an MBS player on the move. 2-0 Crimson here early second half. Outstanding from Dax Bush. Ruben Tate's able to check back and then play him between the center backs. And MBS has gotten 2 great goals today on Senior Day. Both shots were goals that could beat college keepers, as our center referee just issued a yellow card. That may have been perhaps on Ruben Tates, who has to head off. And it occurred before the first touch for Whippany Park. So now the Wildcats in some real trouble. They have not finished their quality chances. And this is a game in which MBS has gotten probably 2 good looks. They've finished both of them. Bush off the end line against Rusin. Bush then able to make him through, and this shot off the body of Kelly, and McSorley couldn't prevent a corner. So this will be the first corner for MBS. Tates will come back in the game, replacing Tommy Byrne. Luther with service, and not enough maroon shirts. Luther looks for entry in the second ball, as he was stood up there by Rusin. MBS will play the next ball in with David Power, a senior, on for the first time, 22 in maroon, as McSorley comes up with it in front of some traffic. Well, Whippany Park, a team not to sleep on, as Sebastian Giraldo sends it forward. They've scored a ton of goals, 37 of the season, led by Matt Griffin, who has 34 career goals, 12 this year. As this is a ball, Scher makes the save. Shevchik trying to side volley. As he continues to pursue, we have a whistle, and an inadvertent handball would be called against Danny Shevchik. Rowe with that shot, as Scher has to come up with the save. And just out of the reach of Shevchik to quickly volley it back towards goal. Shevchik, as Sergio tried to play him in, will get the first corner of the second half for Whippany Park. Well, the Wildcats always look like they're playing aggressively, and that's the style of play Dave Molinaro in his 7 seasons has tried to instill. They're not necessarily a team that just wants to sit back and possess and build up. They want to come at you. They don't mind playing direct. Scher parries out that Rowe service, and then this left-footed shot by Giraldo is again through the football uprights. And those are instances where, on occasion, with Whippany Park being so aggressive, perhaps laying the ball down, playing it back, and then winning the second ball, or then having service, could be the better thought. Bush trying to chip in Tates, as Ruben Tates pursues. And then this shot, that's put in. Whippany Park with Danny Shevchik. They quickly get one back. It's a 2-1 game. Shevchik, who is just frustrated. And then as Ewig was looking to intercept, Shevchik perhaps surprising Scher, taking that shot. The window was not very large, and Danny Shevchik has his 4th goal of the season. So this one comes in the 49th minute, just 4 minutes after trailing 2-0. Seemingly an innocent play where the ball was laid back and looked like Ewig would get to the spot, and then Shevchik just saw the ball find him before Ewig could intercept. And then Ewig wasn't able to get there to block the shot either, so he was a step behind that. And maybe the body of Ewig saw Scher not getting a good look at it. It was a great shot, and Scher caught frozen just for a minute. Not enough time for reaction. A 2-1 game. Griffin very quickly for Stitt. Connor Stitt. And Stitt with some great work. Stitt to continue to the end line. Then for Sergio. And Sergio's chip misses. All set up by the grit of Connor Stitt. Well, Dave Molinaro talks about the dirty work that he provides earlier than this run that he made. And he was just able to out-physical, like the college level physicality that you'll see as he laid it off for Sergio. So Whippany Park not wasting any time to try to get the equalizer. And MBS has certainly gotten their attention in what should be an outstanding final 28 minutes here in Morristown. Goal kick coming for Ian McSorley. Whippany Park trying to sweep the regular season series. They won 2-1 last month. Shevchik around the challenge of Luther. Ahead for Stitt. Resnick with the breakup. Giraldo. Giraldo to continue. Sebastian Giraldo. Then try to play the ball forward for Sergio and Griffin. Byrne toes it out. Deep throw for the Wildcats. Rusin, as he battles with Luther. Luther the benefit of the call. Griffin able to check back to the feet of Danny Shevchik. As he bangs it across, looking for Rowe. Rowe now looking to the top of the box. Giraldo. Griffin had an opportunity with the ball at his feet. And the Wildcats continue with sustained pressure. Sebastian Giraldo. And the pressure by Charles Plante. Morristown Baird led 2-0 and a goal by Dax Bush in the 45th minute. Griffin, the ball comes his way. Griffin now playing in Stitt. Stitt is in! He taps it in! We're tied at 2. First time Matt Griffin has had a little bit of room. As you'll see Griffin get around Ewig. And this, just a walk in the park for Connor Stitt. Stitt's relentless nature is rewarded. Whippany Park, with 2 quick goals, have tied it in Morristown. The goal in the 55th minute, just 6 minutes after Shevchik had gotten Whippany Park on the board. For Matt Griffin, his 6th assist of the season. Stitt with his 5th goal. And particularly for those cold early November, even late October windy days. And Whippany Park showing that as they're for certain going to be in the playoffs and should have a solid seed, they need to win this game to assure themselves of a solid seed. Tommy Byrne back in the field for MBS. Looked for Bush. Dax Bush attacking Rusin to the end line, and now across side netting. But for the Wildcats to match that 3 seed they had, last year they went 11-7-2, only 3-6-1 in the NJAC Independence. So this year they're having a better season in league. Luther. Byrne. With defenders recovering, then trying to play in Luther. Sergio. Resnick gambled. Stitt had the seal on him, and playing Griffin. Now Matt Griffin with Ewig defending, and he'll take another Whippany Park corner. Corners are 7-1 Whippany Park this afternoon. And the services have been pretty solid today for the Wildcats. They have not gotten a direct good scoring chance off of it, but the services have been good enough. Sebastian Giraldo will deliver this one. MBS marks up man-to-man. Giraldo in swinger. This one left of the 6. It comes out to Sergio. And one team save made, another team save made. Resnick with both stops. Ball played back into the 18. And then as Sergio tried to turn, they'll call the foul on him, and he's going to get a yellow from our official for delay of game for shooting the ball towards goal after the whistle. Let's have a look. Looks like Noah Resnick, even that one was a team save. This one actually first by Ewig, and then Resnick got the second. So that could be credited as 3 separate team saves, where you would not see that very often in any college or pro box score. And MBS defending as a team with a brand new game, 2-2 here in Morristown, as we approach the 60th minute. Whippany Park will make substitutions. Connor Stitt will sit. And Dave Molinaro will bring in Mateo Andrade Marin. So he has trimmed his bench rotation a little bit in the second half. And looks like Whippany Park has also gone, I think, to a back 4 in the second half, and it's going to be another corner. No, make that a deep throw coming. So first time Shane Kelly will have a toss into the box. And this will be in a great location. Look where the referee is. Only about 5 yards off the corner flag. Kelly enters in, and Scher will play catch with him. Adam Schur has been busy in many games this season. Season high of 15 stops against Hanover Park. Came in with a total of 88 saves. He made 9 against Whippany Park. Griffin back across, open shooter, Schur the save! Ball was shot right at him by Mateo Andrade Marin. And Schur had to hold his position. The ball is out. It'll be another corner for Whippany Park. Griffin threading the needle through. And if the ball is anywhere towards a corner, Andrade Marin has his second goal of the year. Now the Wildcats will play it short. Giraldo. Johnny Rowe. Get the sidestep through defender. Rowe popped it to the 6. Shevchik vying for it. This shot deflects through and Schur smothers it. That came off the foot of Shane Kelly. And Morristown Baird can exhale again. Let's again watch the commotion inside the box. That actually deflecting off the back heel of Danny Sergio. And that may have slowed it down. Luther with a ball win. And Bush to try to chip out for Ruben Tates. Ruben getting there. And MBS can get some numbers in the box. As Bush trying to play in Byrne. Byrne able to handle it. And then Byrne will be knocked down, and it'll be a penalty for MBS. Well, Ronald Rusin did not need to do that. Byrne had gotten inside position. Watch and see 15 in white. This little touch by Byrne, and he did not need to push him. Wasn't necessarily going to be a definite scoring opportunity, but it's going to send MBS to the penalty spot. Byrne converts. 3-2 MBS. Tommy Byrne with his first career 2-goal game. Byrne did not waste any time and promptly converts. Another look from the wider angle, the 62nd minute conversion. Dax Bush was able to play him in, and MBS able to find a scoring opportunity despite being outnumbered. MBS will make a sub. Ben Tofias will head off. And sophomore Lucas Kshanovsky will come in. MBS has scored 3 goals or more for the 4th time this season. 4-3 loss against College Achieved Prep. 4-3 loss against Kinnelon. 4-3 victory in the second meeting against Kinnelon. And now a foul with Charles Plante taken down. So the Crimson can get some numbers into the box for a midfield service. This game far from over, the way Whippany Park has been able to consistently attack through 65 minutes. Christian Ewing. This ball redirected towards McSorley, and McSorley's able to range over. Shanowski. And the foul on Shevchik. with Plante again the one taken down. So this will be in another dangerous spot. And now the junior Christian Ewig can take it and perhaps cause some commotion. As he'll fire it in hard, and McSorley comes up with it off the short hop. Tommy Byrne was coming across the face of goal. Whippany Park will make a substitution. Sergio Giraldo will replace Sebastian Giraldo. And also back on after about a 5-minute rest, Connor Stint. Likely until the final whistle, as we have a foul against Morristown Bear. So potential for a dangerous restart for Whippany Park. The Crimson back line has already been under fire. They've passed a lot of tests. Rusin chips in, Stitt in the air. As it comes out towards the 18, push ahead by Plante. Chance to transition as he looks for Dax Bush. With Kroviak defending, Byrne making the run. Byrne could not stay onside. And smart there from R.J. Rusin, kind of set up an offside trap against Byrne once he saw the type of run that Byrne was making. Here is Griffin onside with Stitt on the back end. Griffin the leave, looking for Sergio. Sergio wins it back. Griffin then shoots. That redirects perhaps off of Schur. Follow up outside, off the body of an MBS player, and a yellow card is coming out. A yellow card out against Whippany Park and Matt Griffin. And that is Noah Resnick that was down. The whistle blowing at the worst time for Whippany Park. And upon a replay, we're going to watch two in white. Griffin may have come into hard contact with Resnick as he cut towards the middle of goal. So as Griffin just has to exit until the next potential time to sub in, Noah Resnick is able to come off the field, shake hands with Griffin, and it looks like Resnick is okay. That shot that came through by Sergio, only Resnick's down body from the injury stopped it. It was coming in hard and straight at Schur. Schur might have made the stop anyway, but it would have caused a lot more trouble. Ball delivered in. Ewig had the head ball. Stitt. Rowe jams it to the 6 before the clearance from Charlie Gibbs. Dax Bush of the Crimson looking for Tommy Byrne, and this will be onside for Tommy. With Kroviak defending, and Kroviak keeps his balance. Bush, next ball in, and that's a shot wide. Whippany Park with a goal kick coming as we near 10 minutes remaining. (3-2) Morristown Baird. They've gotten a senior day goal from Dax Bush, 2 goals from sophomore Tommy Byrne. Danny Shevchik and Connor Stint, pair of seniors for Whippany Park, have tallied. And here on the other end, poor touch by MBS will lead to another corner. That is now 9-1 in corners for Whippany Park. Rowe, and a foul that will nullify anything further. Christian Ewick. Shevchik went up in the air. So did Kradowski of MBS. Rusin. Nice step from Resnick. Noah Resnick, good to see him back on the field. And he has played a significant role today. A junior outside back. A transfer from Milburn. And Milburn, for a long time there under Coach Robinson, they have been a quality boys soccer program. As Rowe looks for service, plays it across. Good ball again from Johnny Rowe. Schern able to intercept. And so far today, Adam Schern's hands have been very sure. Clean in catches. Sergio Giraldo. Ball win for Shevchik. As Shevchik accelerates. Now cuts it back across, then takes the shot and finishes for the second time. Another determined run from Danny Shevchik. And Whippany Park not going away here on the road. They've tied it at 3. Shevchik won the physical battle, that initial battle, first from Alexander Levy. And with a hard touch, and he got his momentum behind it. Classic finish there to the near post after cutting it back to the middle. Three all with a goal in the 72nd minute. And while he's not going to get an assist, that was a fine ball played in by Sergio Giraldo. Here comes Whippany Park. Ball to the foot of Stitt. He fires, save made, and the rebound tapped in. Danny Sergio was there waiting. 4-3 Whippany Park. Nice entry from Shevchik. Stitt in tight, unmarked, with power. Too hard for Schur to try to knock it back. And an easy one for Danny Sergio. His 5th goal of the season. (4-3) Whippany Park. And the Wildcats will have it on the next restart. And now I think we're going to have a yellow coming out. And that's going to be against Ben Luther. So Luther, perhaps MBS's most technically sound player in the middle of the field, he has to sit until the next substitution opportunity. And that hurts the Crimson in terms of a ball win in the middle of the field. And now a foul on Whippany Park during service. As Ewig sent that out. Well, when you watch Whippany Park play, it is not in their DNA to sit on a lead. Shevchik. Sergio Giraldo the clearance. Griffin, as he shields off Christian Ewig, it'll be a toss-in for the Wildcats. Many times you might describe a team nursing a 4-3 lead, trying to manage a game. But the Wildcats do not appear to be content with just 4. Rowe. The 3 goals today by MBS, you can chalk up, even though the 3rd goal by Byrne came off of penalty, as Luther returns for the Crimson. That was also set up via a counter. All 3 goals you can account for the Crimson that came via quick transition or quick countering. As this shot by MBS and Ruben Tates is wide, with no touch, and Ian McSorley will yield to R.J. Rusin for the goal kick. 76th minute here in Morristown. Senior day for the Crimson. They led the game 2-0 after a Dax Bush goal in the 45th minute. Shevchik. And how substantial and significant has Danny Shevchik been as he pushes ahead? As he's slowed down by Charlie Gibbs of MBS. Byrne with the ball win. Ben Luther. Rowe, wipeout tackle from Luther. Good next ball from Sergio Giraldo, locating Griffin. The return to Sergio. Now playing in Stitt, and that was barely offside. Great vision and interplay between those 3. Rowe, as he battles against Gibbs. Toss in for Whippany Park. Whippany Park at 8-6-1. Connor Stitt works through Ewig, and Ewig gives up the corner. Corners are 10-2 today for Whippany Park. So they'll be able to take some time, and we'll get under the final 90 seconds. Again, the clock you see is unofficial. Only our center referee has the official time, but we're pretty close to it. As Sergio Giraldo delivers, this ball played outside the 6, and then Shevchik's chance goes wide. Another good ball delivered in traffic. And this young MBS team, and you can see the strength and the physicality difference for Whippany Park at times. That was Stitt. And what another team save today for the Crimson. And I think that was also Noah Resnick. So MBS today, you could really chalk it up that they have made 4 team saves, where you look at a box score, a goalie might be credited with 3 for the day as Bush plays it to the top for Tates. Tates to lead for Bush, backside Byrne, and Byrne missed the head ball. That's going to be the final chance. Tates with a nice hold-up play here. Byrne, and he would have been onside. Final seconds unofficially for MBS. If it's on frame, Byrne is celebrating his third goal. Ewing. Bush, perhaps time for one more cross. Bush to the top of the area. Tate's trying to lay it down. And we are now past our 40-minute clock as Connor Stint races ahead. Stint banged off by Gibbs, and it's going to be a penalty. The yellow against Charlie Gibbs here. Looks like our officials are going to allow the penalty to take place, and that might be the final play of this game. Let's see where the foul occurred. Well, you know what, actually, they're going to give the penalty, but I think it happened outside the area. So certainly if there was video review in high school soccer, there is not. This would be brought back by VAR. So here comes Sergio, save made by Schur. Giraldo, backside. Follow-up, Shevchik, it redirects and in. Danny Sergio is there. No, they'll call it offside. Wave it off. We could be in the final minute or so. Shevchik off the goal kick as he accelerates ahead on Ewing. And it'll be another corner for Whippany Park. So Whippany Park playing as if they're the team trailing. As we have a look at the save, rather this was the foul on Stint that led to the penalty. It is played short. Sergio Giraldo to the end line. So we are unofficially past the 80-minute mark. And while there is no such thing as official stoppage time in high school soccer, our officials on the field keep the clock. Clearly they stopped it at least for one longer juncture earlier. We have not any substantial injuries, but we have had several yellow cards. As Sergio Giraldo blasts that out. Whippany Park, another ball win. Sergio ahead, Griffin is offside. Well, this is such a fascinating dynamic because Whippany Park, the team leading, is playing so aggressively here in the final minute rather than going into any sort of a shell. And this really shows you and tests what a team's DNA is. And they passed that test for being an aggressive program in terms of style. Schur steered it towards the sideline. And a foul whistle down. Tommy Byrne with a potential tying head ball in the 80th minute was the last MBS good look. Adam Schur making a save in stoppage time on Danny Sergio, and then Sergio had another goal waved off for an offside. Ewig, and he has to steer that out for another corner. So we've played nearly 5 minutes well after our 40-minute clock has expired. High school soccer is an 80-minute game, 40 and 40. Rowe delivers. MBS hustling numbers forward. And Plante could not keep it in. Stitt, as Stitt gets up, was expecting a whistle. Connor Stitt to the end line. Numbers again for the Wildcats. And that'll be again off of MBS. 12th corner for Whippany Park. Ball chipped in. Sure couldn't reach it. And Resnick, who has been dynamite today in the back line in these key defensive moments for the Crimson. Again, the clearance. Shane Kelly will now toss in. Looks for the flick on, as he had targeted Johnny Rowe, as Rowe is the one shaken up. And now we have the final whistle. Whippany Park comes from behind today and spoils Morristown Baird Senior Day. They come up with a exciting 4-3 win in Morristown. 12-2 the final number in corners. Terrific performances by the Whippany Park seniors. Danny Shevchik tying the score up in the 72nd minute at 3. That was his second goal of the day. Then it was Sergio, Danny Sergio, with the go-ahead in the 73rd minute. Whippany Park even had a penalty and called the 80th in stoppage time from Danny Sergio that was stopped by Adam Scher, as this game came right down to the wire, as MBS getting 2 goals from sophomore Tommy Byrne, his first career brace at the high school level. Dax Bush would add the other, his team leading 5th of the season. MBS falls to 2-5 in the NJAC Independence, 2-10 overall. Whippany Park moves to 9-6-1 of the season, 6-2 in NJAC Independence play. Heck of a back and forth game in terms of transition, and Whippany Park is going to be a handful once they start the state tournament in North 2 Group 1. That's it here from MBS. Congratulations to the 8 Morristown Baird seniors, some of which who could not participate today, but Ryan DeKuyper, who started at right back. Unfortunately, Asher Feldman wasn't able to play today due to injury, or was able to make a appearance at the very start of the game. So was Zubin Pandey. Other seniors like Charles Plante, David Power, Ruben Tates, Jack Kylis, and Charlie Gibbs, comprising the 8 seniors honored before the game today at MBS. Congratulations to them. The Crimson move on, and they will look to finish out the season strong with one more home game coming up, and that'll be coming up on Thursday against Jefferson right here at home at 4 p.m. For all of us here from Play by Play Productions, for our director Chris Markowitz, my name is Ralph Bednarczyk saying so long and goodbye. A come from behind win today by Whippany Park is the story. The Wildcats with a 4-3 win in Morristown. Goodbye, everybody.